Right, I hope you can see. Let me just bring the camera down a little bit. Right, I know you can see from there. So this is, I'm going to do this tonight because I'm going to leave it to dry overnight. And hopefully this hasn't dried. Oh, that's fine. It's not dried up yet. I just want to do something. And I've got a little bit of wood that while sorting the room out, I spotted that it was in a bag, and I thought, you know what, it'd be a perfect way to use that up. So I'm just going to soften this. So I've taken a chunk like that, and I'm just going to let's just try that one again. I don't mind the breaks in it whatsoever, because they can be like that. No, it's gone too far, that piece. It was actually quite dry on the end. So let's just do another one. Like I say, I don't mind it breaking or cracking on the edges. Or, you know, cracking on the edges there. I don't mind that at all. Right. Yeah, that's fine. That can stay there like that. Now what I need to do is just to do some stems. So I'm just going to clear that off. And I don't necessarily need them, you know, all thin. I want some chunkiness on them. I want to be able to stand them. Like that. That's fine. And I might just nick it. Like that. And then we just pinch that out. We just pinch that bit out. Like that. Just on the odd stem. So I'm just going to lay that like that to dry. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just getting a little bit more. You don't even have to do that in your, you know, on the deck. You can just do that with it. See? It depends what you want. But when it's dry, it looks so real like. Like that. You can bend them all different ways, like that. They just look fab. Don't know if I can do it to that one. I'm not happy with that bit there. I'm going to take that off. And just reuse that bit and that bit. So all I do is flatten it out. Pick it up. Pop it back on. Smooth it out. Much better. There we go. That's it. Put a little twist in them. You can have a little bend. Yeah. And then when they're done, our little caps can go on them like that. But you'll see what they're like in the morning. And this is why I'm going to break a couple of the, you know, the way it is. Oops. Sit up, my laddie. There. So I should be able to leave those now. Oh, I wanted to do the dots. So yeah, sorry, I forgot about those. Let me just see. That should be enough. If I've too much, I can put it away. If there's not enough, get some more out. Right. Now some of them have little dots on them. Let me just shape that one a bit more. Oops. They're wild mushrooms. And therefore, we need to have them wild, looking wild. So, and I need to put some little dots on them, and that's all I do. Right, I think that'll do. So I need to put this back. Oh, what I'm going to, no, do you know what? Bugger it. I'm just going to do this. Just move those out the way. Hopefully they will dry for when we need them. And then, let me see if I can do this. Just for future use, that's all. Somewhere, oh, you know, I can use that. I think I can use this as a circle cutter. Like that. Like that. See? And then, let me just see if I can do it with this. I'm not sure. Button. Well, I don't want to waste it, do I? Not perfect, I don't care. Where's my little roller? Let's get my little roller. And I'm just going to cut a few small buttons. 3 buttons like that. Let me just find something I can use. Much bigger, are they? Oh, don't worry, you can pat it back into shape. I ain't fussed at all. Just spin them around on your finger so you've got what you want. I know we can't put this right through, so I don't want to spoil my mats, but I can put my needle through that later on. I'll put it down as best I can. I need to put this as through as I can, like that. So I know when I put the needle in, it will work. And it's just a safe way of not wasting your clay. I can get a couple more buttons out of that at least. Oops, oops, don't you dare. I mean, they don't have to be too big. There we go. Like I said, they don't have to be perfect. You know, if you were using, if they used clay buttons originally, they weren't perfect. These are just buttons for me to play around with. And I think what I'm going to do with this one is just to make one big button. Just keep flattening that out. Like that, as a big button. Like that, and flatten that. Fine, that can all stay as it is, and we'll be ready for tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dried. Hopefully. I'll see you then. Bye bye for now. Right, good morning everyone. Now, hopefully these, they're dry enough to paint. I'm quite pleased with them actually. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with them. In fact, they've turned out really nice. Yeah. Oh yeah, thrilled with those. Right, okay, so, oops. Just stand them over there. They are a little bit delicate, look. You know, it will flake, but I can just pull that bit off. I then did do, I started the buttons, didn't I? and then flatten them into things like these so that I can use them in other places. And I use one of the old buttons, that one, to press down onto it, and I can shape all of that off and sand it down. And then I've got some little bits and bobs that I can use, and I also kept those which can be sanded down as well. So that's those. I'm thrilled with those. I've got all the little things ready, the buttons to go on the tops, and they're more or less ready to paint. And I did pinprick each one of them, because when I put the glue on and glue them on, it will hold. We're going to paint the first coat on the lids, and not those yet. We're going to move them to one side. Now hopefully I can bring the camera in a little bit. Hopefully you can see. Now I'm going to have to fix that onto something. Right, sorry about that. I did lose my glue gun. It had fallen down. It's alright now. Oh, let me just make sure you can see. Right, there's nothing here to see apart from these. What I'm going to do now is attach these just with a little dab of glue. If it'll work. You only need a dab. Onto the end of that. Just so I can paint it. But what I'm going to be doing with it is... Oh, that didn't work, did it? Where did the glue go? I might have to put a little bit more on. Maybe it's a bad idea. Let me just see, because I have to hold it on somehow. That or blue tack, and I don't know where my blue tack is. See, that's not holding. Right, okay, that's fine. Right, I'm going to go through the paints that I've got on the... what I'm going to be using today. Okay, let's have a look. So, I've got the patina, and I've got the new jar there. Liquid patina. Put that to one side. I'm also using the Lumiere. That's the liquid patina is the Pentart. The Lumiere, which is the metallic colour, this is olive green. I've also got out the russet. And then I've also got the crimson out. I've got the Pentart. This is antique paste. And this is brass. So we've got that one. I'm using this country red, which is the Americana. And I've also got the Pentart antique paste, which is the copper. I want to make sure that what I've got are the right ones. So I've just got a flat brush, which does a large area. I've got a smaller flat brush for the inside. I've also got the curved one. And this is like a round brush. And that, to be honest, needs gluing on. Because it keeps coming off. That'll do. That'll do for what I need. So yeah, we've got that. And then we've got a couple of smaller ones to do any small areas. Water jug, water pot, should I say, with my couple of spare ones in there actually. And I'm just going to get hold of some tissues that I use for wiping my brushes. And I left these brushes in here by accident. I forgot about them. Really, you shouldn't leave your brushes in. Now, that one I'm using for the Pentart paste. So we just put that on separate. Because it never really comes off. You've got to clean it off with some spirits. And that one. See, we use those two for that. And then this one, which is just an old brush. But I don't need that one anymore. Not for this job. Right, okay. So, I'm going to take the long haired but rounded, just to start with, and I'm going to be painting that. But the colour I'm going to do first of all is the patina, and some may say, why? Because it might do what I want it to do, and I'm going to water my, there's only a little drop left, so I'm just going to water my patina down, because I don't need, let's move that out of the way, I don't need it thick. Actually going to be doing more than one Toadstool, more than one style or colour, should I say. Going to be doing more than one colour. See how it looks like a mushroom, like those you buy in the shops that are just about at it. Like that. Now let me just put that one away. We do need a couple of drops of this actually in there. We're going to mix that. See? They just make it just makes it look natural. So that's that one. And I think we'll do 3 of each. So I'm gonna, let me do this one, because this particular mushroom or toadstool, whatever you want to call it, does grow in funny shapes. It's not perfect. And don't be asking me what the mushroom or toadstool's called, because I can't remember. It's a toadstool. And you see how it looks on the colour, mixing it with water. You're not getting the patina everywhere because it's got water base, so it lightens it as well, like that, how you buy your mushrooms. So that's fine. Oops, wrong one. We'll keep hold of that little bit. I'm going to dry those off in a minute. Just hang on. Wash my brush. Now these 4, we're going to do a coat of red. Just give it a good shake first. Oh, there we go. And then I'm going to choose this one, I think, to do this. Use the short rounded one. I don't know how long that's been gone off. Sorry, do apologise. I hope you've seen it, because I've just done all the lids. All the, you know, toadstool tops. Okay, so we're just doing the undercoat sort of thing first. Yeah, I think that'll do. There's another one done. I think that will do. I've just got the base of that one to do. Yeah. I'm quite happy with all of those, to be honest. And if we need to change them, we will. Okay. So I'm just going to pop that there. Oh, pop that there. Right. Now these should be dry. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do with these is to fill them in. So these are going to take another night to dry. But, you know, we've got the stems done. The tops are half done. So what I'm going to do with my clay is you take a batch of clay like that, and we're just going to roll it into a ball, and then I'm going to sit it in there and pull it out to the edge. Like that. So let's pull it out to the edge. You have to cover it. Just going to put a little bit in there. You'll see why. And then I need to take one of my little slicers like this, and then we do this. This also doesn't have to be perfect. You just do it like that, right? But then we have to fit these in. So you have to be careful. Push them in carefully. As far as they go. And then we have to let them dry. So, some of them might need propping up. But I'm not bothered if they're bent. That's the whole point. I love them, you know, if they're going to bend. So, we'll just take another one. just going to do that and poke that straight back in. See how that's come away from there? But that's fine. That's fine, because we can glue all of that down. It's all in shape. That's fine. Happy with that. Let me just get rid of all these tatty bits. Right, we're just going to push this one in. Push it to the end. What I might try and do is lift them out as they are and then glue them, and then that will secure them in. But God, I hope you've been able to see this, because I didn't even check see if the camera was right. Again, sorry. I'm going to do this first. There we go. I think that will do. Now, what I'm going to do... Hang on, I'm sure I had another one. Why have I got a leg short? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that all I made? 6. Right, so what I'm going to do is just make another body for that one. Do you know, I think... Oh, no, we'll have a little small one, I think. Let's just get a smaller one. Let's just do that one. We'll just let that dry, and then that will fit that particular one. Yeah. Right, now what I'm going to show you is I'm going to colour them first before we do any more. Let's get rid of some of the rubbish. And in doing that, we're going to use the patina. This one. So, and now look, that's going to be easy enough to take out and that's going to have to be glued in later. So that's fine. I'm going to actually take that out. So I know which one that goes in. That's going to be glued into that. So I'm going to take my... Oh, where's my brush? I'm going to use our flat brush. Like that. See? And we just leave that to dry as is. So, I must make sure they go with the right one. That is with that one. Let's just take this out. Like that. Right, I'm just going to take the patina while that's wet, because I'm not fussed about it. Use the right brush for it, I think. That's it. There's just a touch left of that colour. I don't need to do any more than that to it. But then we've got the cap, which we have to do that. So let me just get on and do that one. It kind of like warms it up so you can move it about. So just put that in there and we squash that out. Now, what I didn't show on the video yesterday, because for some reason, I don't know, my camera's playing, not my camera, it's the programming I'm using is just playing up, and I don't know, there's such a lot happening, you know. I keep getting people trying to hack into my account. They're just the arseholes, basically, and we know that. So, what I'm going to do is to take that out, take the glue, spread that around. So this is the thing I didn't show you yesterday. And then we just pop that back in and press that in, and then when that's dried, that will stick. You must give it a day or two to dry though. And we have to get that on there. That's it. And then we use our, what I call my slicer. Like that. And that is how I do mine. And the thing is, you find a way that suits you. So, while we're waiting for those to dry, I'm just going to pop that over there, out the way, lean it up onto something so that it's safe. Now, what I'm going to do is, while these are drying as well, I'm going to attach some of these little bobbles. So, I'm going to put a little bit of glue. That should be enough. We'll leave that for a minute. And I'm just going to use a small brush. Put the glue on. Put a dab of glue. Like that. And then I'm going to pick up and pop that on. Well, as soon as I'd done the red ones, I changed my mind. I don't want the spots on the red ones. After looking at them all, I know the red ones normally have the spots on, but I like them better on the brown ones. So I'm just scraping this off and we're going to correct it. Well, it does need another coat of paint anyway. So I'm just going to do these. Just peel them off and then that will scrape away. So I don't need them. They are only bits of clay that were left. So just a minute. Just going to lift my mat over towards my hand so I can get rid of them easy enough. I'm going to have to clean my mat off. I don't need to save them. I can make plenty of them. Right, so what I'm going to do now is clean my brushes. Now, what I used, let me just move those to one. They look quite cute, don't they? I like them. See? Quite cute. And I think they'll look better when they're actually on the project. So I've got these. Now, the ones I used, like I said yesterday, was this one, which is the Lumiere. And I used the Russet. But I also used the copper in the Pentart antique paste. Right, now where's my gold? Just bear with, there we are. Got my gold here. Right, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I love doing stuff like this. I'm going to take a dauber, I think. Now, I'm using Inca Gold by Viva, and it is a paste, but you can use it as a paint as well. You don't have to keep it as a paste. But I'm putting enough on, and what I'm going to do is go around the edge, and it'll stand out. And I have to do this before I put the varnish on. Now I'm just going to push that one in a little bit more. That's it. Right, so I've done that. Another job done. But now what I need to do is I need to take my glaze, which is Decapatch. Oh no, I'm not going to use that one, I don't think. Yeah, is it this? No, I've got it. I know where it is. I've just spotted it. I bought a new one, well, a while ago. Now I'm not going to glaze the tops until I've done the stem and the underneath. Oh, there we go. Look, see how it's not been used for a while, and it is sad that they go like that, because you lose quite a bit. Ugh. Oh God. But that's what happens. I'm going to use my cloth. Wipe the excess off. Right, so dauber out the way. I'm going to take, where's my flat brush? This flat brush. Where is it? This one, I think. That one. And what we're going to do, carefully glaze the underneath. Now you can use PVA glue, whatever you want to do on yours. That's fine. That's going to give that a really nice shine. You know when you're frying mushrooms and you get that glaze on them underneath, on the bottom section, this is what it should help them look like. But it'll protect it as well. See, that still needs poking in there a little bit. And then our last one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with 7 mushrooms. Just pop the lid back on there. I'm just wondering if I can actually do some of this stalks. Look, lost a little bobble. Doesn't matter, we can glue it on again. And this will also protect them. Plus, I can also go in and recolour them if I have to. But that will protect them. Right, so that's how they are. They will dry clear. And yeah, I like them. Next thing we're going to do is to pop them onto whatever base I'm going to choose for them, and then colour to varnish the stems. Let me just look at that. Okie dokie, I shall be back with part 4. Right, that's it for now, and I will be back with part 4, and we will be doing the base. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye for now. Now, I've got these bits of wood we found when we were in Scotland, just little bits of driftwood. But I do want to mount my little mushrooms on here, so just going to shift these out of the way. So I've got that to put back on as well, haven't I? Right, hang on. Right, I'm going to have to make myself a form of plinth, because I don't have one. I can't remember what I've done with my plinths at all. So I'm going to take some cardboard, put the two pieces together, cut my shape out. That's that. Put these bits in the bin. I might just glue this together using tacky glue. Now I have some glue somewhere already made up. I'm not sure if the hole is big enough. And then, oh God, put that to wash, otherwise it'll dry. Putting these two pieces back together. It's just to make it a strong base. You could really do with sitting something on that for a while, but I don't have time for all of that. So, I didn't have a base, now I've got one. Hang on. No, I like that. Like that. And I might. Yeah, I like that. Okay. But I'm going to glue this on with hot glue as well as, let me just mark. I'd imagine that and that bit are going to be the two main bits. It will stay. It will stay. I want it going up like that, you see. Is my glue guns ready? Now that's just to hold that down. What I'm really going to do now is to pour in some normal glue. It will glue it down, it's no problem. And it's going to get covered in moss, some of it. And then it obviously overnight this will dry. And I'm just going to fill some of this in. And that will do. I've done these before, so I know that's going to be fine. You pour it in where it'll go. And where the two pieces will stick together. That will be fine, and that will dry. Okay, so now that's a little bit thick for me, so I'm just going to add a touch of water. It's what I do is I usually have a bottle and I tip half and half in. So I'm just going to use this. Get my bag of moss. It is a bit of a messy job, but it's great when it's done. Now I use natural moss because it's a great way of, it dries nicely once it's all in place. Are we grouping them together in their own kind or what? I don't know. Now I put plenty on, but it's going to have a little bit of moss around it. So I'm not bothered. I want that turning round the way it's going to show best. Like that, I think. How many did we have? 7. Let's have a look at this one. Well, look at that. Now it's all shiny, which we're going to do these as well, but we can wait to do them. Sorry, I hope you've been able to see this. I've just stuck one of those in there and we're going to prop that up after, and I've one more. Which I think I'm just going to put in here. Like that. Nice little scene. Nice. Now wait a minute. Just going to push that back. Clear my desk. Oh look, do you know I could just use them as well, couldn't I? These are the bits that I've just cut off. Just as a different flower. There. Like that. Pull that off. Hey. I didn't want to waste them. Let's put one in there, like that. Now, hang on, because I'm not finished. I just want to tidy my desk up a little bit. Because I am like I am, I've managed to find a little black rabbit, and I do want to use him because he's searching about. The undergrowth, and it's a little wooded scene. That's what I should have caught. I might change the you know, change the title to a wooded scene. And I've got this little bird because I do think we need to have a bird on here, and it's landed on top of there, and here's its friend, who is visiting the rabbit. Just there. Now, like I say, when they've all dried out and that, they will be fine. I just it's a cute, very cute wooded scene, and we could have a cat. Oh yes, I'm going to put the cat under there. Why not? And the only thing I wanted that I couldn't find, yeah, we're going to put the cat in there. Like that. Little wooded scene. Was a ladybird. But, not to worry. So I'm going to make one. I'm going to make two, I think. Now, from the little bits that I threw out, all the little beads, let's just see. Oh, not that one, but those two. That was the one that went on something. They're not quite the shape you want, but they'll do. I do have some somewhere, but I can't find them, to be honest. There we go. Like I say, it's just a wee tiny ladybird. And we'll have that on the wood, I think. Like that. That'll do. So, my little wooded scene. And the little bit of grass will cover that. So there you go. I'm going to get the camera down.